Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Bruce and today I want to talk about the thought process during each battle and how you can deal damage, take out adversary tanks and bring your team to the winning side without losing HP. Let's go. Before we start the video, a few words about the competition. If you have seen the last videos, you can guess what the solution is. You can send me an email until December 20th, 2024 to win a premium tank. After that, the competition is finally over and I will announce the winner. World of Tanks is a very complex game with so many variables such as your own tank, the map, the game situation, the opponents and so on. To be successful, you have to constantly think about what the next best step is. Only if you think constantly and go through this thought process to the end can you slowly ensure that your opponent loses hit points and your own team brings itself into an advantageous situation. Let me show you what I mean with the next 3 games. Alright, first game, we are spawning on mines with the Chinese tier 9 light tank, and let's first of all take a look at the map and see what options we have. Spawning on mines with the WZ, what you want to do is you either want to go to this position in order to help your team to spot this side of the map, or you want to help your team to win the hill. Now, as this tank is not the fastest light tank, you have to see whether you have the chance to actually push aggressively to the hill, or whether you have to stay a little bit more defensively. Now, the very first thought process that we have is we want to fight for the hill. Now the problem is that our firepower is inferior compared to the AMX 1390, the other tier 9 light tank, and so we want to stop here and try to be fully aimed in when the other light tanks advance towards the hill so that we can take shots onto them, because we do not want to play too aggressively and we do not want to lose hit points right from the get-go. Now, as our Badger 25T AP managed to go on top of the hill, the adversary light tank stopped and did not cross, so we couldn't get a shot onto him. This is fine because now our Badger has won the hill, which is excellent. So first step achieved, and so we want to flex to this position right here in order to support our team and in order to create a crossfire situation. Now it is crucial to not peek out and receive shots and get damage. So what we want to do is, nice, I will take a shot into the side of the turret of the Emil 2. Now what we want to do is we want to be patient and we want to wait so long enough, I would say long enough, so that those heavy tanks are turning their turrets towards the other side. And we want to use the IS-3 for example, but also the Badger 25T AP and also the 122 TM in order to know what's going on and whether those tanks have turned their turrets towards us. We do not want to simply peek out and receive shots and lose HP, but we want to stay patient. So now they are spotted. The Emil 2 is still turning towards us. So here you go. The 122 TM is taking damage, and okay, now he's turning his turret to the other side, so now that's our chance. So let's aim at the side of the turret and we get another lovely 352 damage. So that's how we want to play. We want to use the reload time of the adversary tanks. Keep in mind the Emil 2 is a 3-shot autoloader tank, and we want to be patient so not to lose any HP whatsoever, because we want to preserve our HP until the end of the game, when we can actively and consciously use it in order to put us into an advantageous situation out of which we can benefit and make more damage. But this will remain our strategy for the end of the game. So far we want to help our team to win the hill, which is already achieved. Now he has once again taken a shot, and now we want to wait. He is still turning towards us and looking into our direction. Maybe the E75. I think this is the best tank, which can now help us to respot this tank. Let's see. And so far, we simply want to be patient. That's the only thing we want to do. There's no way we can bounce a shot due to the fact that we have a light tank and we have no armor whatsoever. Now he's turning his turret. As you can see, no, he's not. He saw me moving out of cover, and so he turned his turret back towards us. So we'll simply want to stay patient. That is all right. Now, okay, once those tanks will advance, we will be able to take a shot onto them. But first of all, let's use the E75 and the KV4 in order to spot those tanks. Now, you might think that this is a very defensive gameplay, and yes, it's not offensive. It is a smart gameplay. It's the gameplay that you want to do. Those are the thought processes that you want to do. Now, as our team is not spotting the Emil 2, I want to fall back and take a look at the other flank. See whether I can take a shot. Here go. Nice. We can even track the WoT 46, and maybe we can take him out and help our team on the 1 lane. See, nice. We can take him out. Excellent. And now, as you can see, the Emil 2 is taking shots to the E75. He's turned his turret, and now once again a shot onto this tank. So we are helping our team to clear the middle of the map, and we are also helping our team on the 1 lane and 2 lanes. So that's the gameplay that you want to do. And let's see whether we can take out the Emil 2. He's now falling back, I believe. This is great because this now gives us the chance to also fall back and proceed on top of the hill. So instead of advancing towards the hill and rushing towards the hill with a high risk gameplay at the beginning of the game, and with, you know, having the chance of losing a lot of HP or even getting taken out, we want to wait until the chance arises to go there without losing any HP. Okay, IS-3 has been taken out, so the tank that could take a shot onto him is now reloading its gun, so we want to use this period of time in order to rush towards the hill. Now, next thought process. So we want to advance to this position, however, as soon as we get proxy spotted, we need to fall back. Okay, here we go. The T26E5 is doing a great job of proxy spotting us, so we need to fall back. Because most people do not consider this option and simply remain in the bush, then get proxy spotted. And keep in mind, the 6th sense will activate only 3 seconds after you got spotted. And so they will take damage, and this is not what we want to do. So let me see. We'll take a shot. Nice, onto the Cobra. Nice, that's what I want to see. 1228 assisting damage, actually 1300. Excellent, so this is what we want to do. And so with this slow and steady gameplay, and with all those thought processes in our mind, we managed to make short of 4k damage combined. Here you go. And we still are full HP, which is excellent. And as you can see, our teammates are losing lots of HP, and so it might be crucial, or chances are that it is crucial for us to that we need our HP at the end of the game. So as you can see, we wanted to take out the Emil 2, and now it's basically the last phase of the game, and here's why we wanted to preserve our HP, because we now can trade our HP and we can make more damage with simply trading shot by shot. And now, as we have maintained all our HP, that's an option that we have compared to other tanks, like for example the WoT 25T AP. So at the beginning of the game, we want to stay patient and we want to think about what we are doing in order to not lose any HP. Here you go, nice. The Patriot has been taken out, and now the Japanese heavy tank is still turning his tank, so we can take him out. And in the end, we are the first tank arriving at the light tank's position. Let me see. Okay, we take damage. You know what? Let me fully aim in. Okay, unfortunately, we bounce at the turret of this tank, which is very unfortunate, but you know what? We'll simply decrease the distance. And you know what? Okay, he's now hiding. Okay, and he's getting taken out by another tank, which is fine. But I think this game was a decent result. And overall, it showed like how you should think about what you are doing in order to make damage, in order to help your team, but in order to preserve HP until the end of the game. Okay, second game. This time we spawn in the Centurion 7-1 on Overlord. And once again, let's first of all take a look at the map and see what options we have. Spawning on Overlord in the south with the Centurion 7-1, you have multiple options. You can go here to help your team to win this position, out of which you are very flexible. You can go into this position and try to play vision games. However, keep in mind that the Centurion 1 is not the best spotter due to the fact that he does not have good camo. Or you can go to the right side of the map here and try to play hull down and help your team to win this portion of the map. So take a look at the matchmaking and notice that there are only 2 medium tanks in the game. There's no light tank whatsoever, and there's only 5 heavy tanks and 1 artillery. So the first thing I want to do in my Centurion 7-1 is I want to go to this position, and I want to knock down the trees in order to have more camo, especially from the or against the E4 position. And now the next thing I want to do is I want to see whether I can play a bit more to the right, because keep in mind the Centurion 7-1 is a tank with very bad camo values, and he's not the tank that can play the vision games. Plus, if you take a look at the map, you see that the right flank, the 0 lane, is actually completely lost because there's no tank playing at this flank from our team. And so I do not want to give the adversary team the chance of flanking us, and so my choice is to go here and to, okay, there's the T30, and to man this flank. Plus I have the chance of playing hull down here, and that's certainly the strength of the of the Centurion 7-1, and so that's what I want to do. Here you go. First shot, nice, onto the Cobra. And so he should soon regret his life choices. And maybe we can take another shot onto him. Okay, there's the T30. So I must not move out of cover because I do not want to take a 750 alpha shot from him. So, you know what? I also do not want to end up in a situation in which I am in a close fight situation against this tank, and so let me peek out here. Maybe, okay, no, I cannot. I'm spotted, so I need to fall back. So of course I am playing the medium tank, so I want to maintain a certain amount of distance between me and the other tanks so that I cannot get pushed out simply by those tanks. Plus I am in a 1v2 situation because the T30 is playing alongside with the Cobra. However, they are also falling back, so I can move back to this position. And I only go here because they have been falling back, as you can see on the minimap. Go. Can we take a shot onto this tank? No. Which is fine. Let me see. Okay, here you go. There is, yep, there's the Tortoise taking a shot onto us because the Cobra spotted us. So once again, no need to panic and no need to conduct over-aggressive gameplay. So, you know what? Let's fall back and let's relocate in order to not end up in a brawling situation. Sometimes it is, okay, we're spotted, so yeah, time has come to fall back. And with the Centurion 7-1, what you want to do, you want to bring yourself into a hull down location. That's the sweet spot of this tank. You cannot simply sit in a bush like in a, let's say, AMX-30 or Char Future 4, because this tank is not made for spotting games and for vision games. So I want to bring myself into a hull down location so that I can use my turret armor in order to withstand shots from the adversary team. Now, if you take a look at the map, it is crucial that we man this flank so that the adversary team is unable to simply flank our team, and so that we can maintain a certain amount of map control. Nonetheless, we always need to make sure that we stay in a somewhat strong position in which we can use the strength of our tank. We are spotted, so we need to fall back behind this house. Nice. This T-30 doesn't hit us. Nice. And so, question is, what can we do? Looks like our tanks are making pressure at the beach, which is not the best idea if you ask me, because there's still the Minotauro and the WT on Panzer IV in the back of the map. And so they shouldn't make too much pressure, because they will for sure lose HP. So the question is, what can we do? And in such a situation in which you are unsure what to do, the best thing is to stay calm, stay patient, and simply, yeah, see what is going on. So that's what we want to do as well. I think I will fall back into this position, because in the end I still have the support of the Guerrilla and of the Stritzwagen 103 and also of the T-30. So if I can spot those tanks, I will have support from my team. Let's move like this, but then I thought I would be spotted, so I wanted to fall back, but looks like I'm not spotted. So the question is, can I move a bit forward and into another position? So okay, Skoda T50 is still in this position. He is now taken out. Excellent. So we are on the winning side. So we need to play a bit more offensively, and I want to go to the left side of this little church in order to see whether I can spot the adversary tanks. I cannot. T-30 has fallen back, so chances are that the Cobra has also fallen back. And so, okay, it's the Tortoise. It's the Tortoise which is still in this position. Now the problem of the Centurion 7-1 is that it has its standard its standard ammunition with 268 penetration. However, the problem is that this tank does not have premium ammunition with increased penetration. This tank has Hash as its premium ammunition with lower penetration, of course, with a higher alpha damage, so it's actually nice to use. However, if you encounter a tank with superb armor, then this does not really help you out. But you know what? I want to move forward. I move a little bit to the right hand side to get cover from this little ridge line here. So yes, I am spotted. However, the adversary tank, whoever spotted me, could not take a shot onto me. And so I always want to simply peek out of cover, bait a shot from the adversary tank, and then hopefully with this spot the other tanks. So let's see. Okay, I'm spotted. Looks like the tank is maybe over there. Okay, here you go. Okay, let's aim in. Okay, unfortunately I make a low roll and this tank is still alive. So I lose quite some HP, but that is alright. And nothing I can change. Okay, so the game is pretty close. So all in all, a situation in which we still want to maintain our patience and we do not want to risk too much. Now we need to fight against the Tortoise, and now the next thing we want to do is we want to spot this tank and we want to work alongside with our T-30. So we want to create a crossfire situation. Unfortunately, as you can see, the Tortoise has fallen back, which is bad because nothing what we can do. We cannot simply move forward or keep moving forward. As you can see, we're once again spotted. And I'm wondering if the T-30 is getting spotted if he moves over this ridge line here into the middle. However, of course, he's bringing himself in a strong position, so that's also what we want to do. But we want to go the long way in order to save our HP. So let's go to this position here and let's do the same thing once again. The strength of this tank is the turret armor, and so we want to peek out of cover and then see whether we can spot a tank and then fall back, so that hopefully all those adversary tanks only have the chance of taking a shot onto the frontal side of our turret, which they then hopefully cannot penetrate. Now, I'm not spotted because the tank maintained outside my render range, my proxy spotting range, and unfortunately we bounced this shot. Okay, so let us see. So you know what, the T-30 is okay, moving towards the other side, so we will stay here. The thing we need to do in this situation is we need to create a crossfire situation, so that either the T-30 or our tank has the option of taking taking a shot onto the lightly armored side or rear of this tank, as we can do in this situation. Excellent. So that's what we wanted to do. Perfect. So let's see whether we can get another shot onto this tank. Now, no, he's fallen back. And now what is the game plan? The game plan is to bring ourselves into a hull down position against those tanks. Here you go. Okay, we want to try to work next to the T-30 in order to get the advantage of having support from our teammate. Gorilla is still in this bush, which is nice. And now let's try to go into another location. Let's try to flank and let's try to open up a crossfire situation, but from another angle. So I want to go to the right side of the map, and I want to find a hull down spot out of which I can take a shot onto those tanks and then create a crossfire situation with the T-30. So let us see. That's what we need to do. IS-7 is also moving towards our position, which is nice. And T-30 is now falling back. Okay, hopefully it doesn't fall back too far, so that he can still help us out. Yep, he's maintaining this position, which is excellent. And you know what? Okay, he's moving to our position. Now IS-3 should be in the position to help us out. And now I'm in the proxy spotting distance, which is good, so that this thing knows that I am here. T-30 is once again helping us out, and so we want to go back to another position, so that we are not in the same position as the T-30, because then the the whole Re-3 can basically put his strong armor towards both of us, and so we will most likely both miss our shots and not pen. So there you go. He's taking a shot, and so we know. Okay, that was bad gameplay by ourselves, because we should have been able to take in a shot onto this tank. So let us see. What can we do? We need to. Okay. He's pushing the T-30. Now we need to take a shot onto this tank. We try to... Excellent. We try to make a track shot. So here you go. This increases our assisting damage by 700. Nice. By 730. Now we could take out this tank. Obviously, we took a shot from the whole V3, but it was a good idea to take out the object 452. Now we are in a 2v1 situation against the... Here you go, that's the tortoise. But now he at least has to fall back. Now the problem is that we have only 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining to clear the picture. So we need to advance, and so let's do it. Let's try to spot the other tanks. Unfortunately, we are in a one-shot situation. Now, so far, I think we did a good job maintaining the flank, holding the flank, and we did a good job helping our team to, you know, get on the winning side. The problem is that now we need to hurry up and take out the tortoise. So where is this tank? Let me see. IS is moving. Oh, here you go. There he is. He's taking a shot, so we can now fall out of cover and take him out. And now we're spotted, so we have to fall back a little bit until we're not spotted anymore, or at least a little bit. So that we can, okay, can we take a shot onto the RT? We have to fully aim in with the Centurion 7-1 being a British medium tank. And now let's hurry up, only 29 seconds. And unfortunately, it all took way too long. But that's sometimes how it is. I think it was nonetheless the correct gameplay because if you simply risk too much, then chances are that you lose the game because you give the adversary team the chance of taking you out, and then it kind of snowballs into a situation on which you're on the losing side. Anyway, we make a draw, we achieve a draw, and overall, with about 4k combined, I think it has still been a decent result in the Centurion 7-1. Alright, third and last game. This time we play the AMX 30, and let's first of all take a look at the map and see what options we have. Spawning on Airfield in the east, this is how the game usually develops, and with the AMX 30, with a fast medium tank, I like to go to this balcony, because not only can I try to spot tanks in this direction and also get, of course, shots onto those tanks, I can also get shots onto this direction, if adversary tanks would move like this and play super aggressively. I can also help my team here in the middle and get shots onto these tanks, onto those tanks if they are advancing, but I can also take shots onto tanks in this position once they are advancing. So in my opinion, this is the most flexible way of conducting the gameplay on Airfield, and so I like to go to this position. Alright, so we want to go to this position, to the so-called balcony, simply because we can man a very important strategic position out of which we can control the map in multiple directions, and we even have line of fires towards the north, towards the south, and we can also support, at least somewhat support, our heavy tanks in the middle. As the AMX 30 is a very fast tank, we can go there without taking any damage. Of course, we're now spotted, so we need to fall back so that the tanks which might be in the middle cannot take a shot onto us. So I wait about 10 seconds until I'm not spotted anymore, and then this is the time where I want to advance. Now the problem is the M60 is also going into this position, so I'm reluctant to go into the bush simply because the camo value of the M60 is so bad that chances are that he gets spotted and then adversary tanks try to take a shot onto him, but they actually hit my tank because I'm in the way of the adversary tank and the M60. So that was my thought process in this moment. Now, as the M60 has moved back to the middle, I can now man the bush, but I want to see what is going on in the middle. Airfield is a map in which you want to stay patient and you do not want to play too aggressively and too offensively, because most likely the offensive team is later on losing the game, because it's very hard to actually successfully advance. So let's see how it goes. If you take a look at the matchmaking, you see that there's once again no light tank in the game. So this is why no tank is playing in the north. Usually, if there are multiple light tanks, one of those tanks is going towards the north. But in this game, as there's no light tank, this is not the case. So let's see what this AP AMX 30, the tier 8 AMX premium tank, is doing. If he advances, then he will take a shot. So let's see. Let us see. Looks like he's not doing anything but receiving damage. He's now in a one-shot situation, which is good. And if he falls back, then I can take him out. Once again, there's no need to panic, no need to rush anything. If you take a look at the B lane at the north of the map, Looks like the TS5 is making pressure and the KPZ is also supporting him. So we will have to take a look onto this situation. Now, as this tank advanced, I tried to take a track shot because now he's used his repair kit, and so let me try to track him again. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do so. And he's now turning his tank, but okay, now we can at least track him, and the CS52 Liz is taking him out. So we should always try to track adversary tanks, because if you can track them and if they don't have the repair kit available, then they are basically dead meat. So, okay, we're spotted. So we need to fall back until we're not spotted anymore, but approximately 10 seconds, depending on your tank, your equipment, your crew, and also the adversary tank and equipment and crew. So it's not always exactly 10 seconds, but it's roughly 10 seconds. Go, okay, we cannot take a shot. You know what? All those tanks are fighting against the IS-7. They are advancing, so we need to set up a crossfire situation. So we want to prepare ourselves to help the IS-7 and to take a first shot and to catch those tanks by surprise. Here you go. We want to also track the AMX M4 so that he only has the chance of rotating his turret. Okay, that was too bad. And so his turret rotation is obviously not enough to take a shot onto us, because his turret is moving too slowly and we can already fall back into cover. So another example why track shots are so important in World of Tanks. Our SDG-1 has cleared the situation in the north, which is nice and fantastic. And so we once again want to help out the IS-7. Now I can play a bit more defensively because I want those heavy tanks to be engaged into the fight with the IS-7. Plus he's the tank with the much better armor, of course, as he's the top tier heavy tank. And so I do not want to once again risk too much. Now all those tanks have fallen back, which is excellent. And so they stopped their advance, which is great. And now I can go back into this bush here and try to spot the other side of the map. Let's see whether we can get a blind shot onto this position where the AMX 30 prototype, the tier A tank, has been spotted last. And now, let's see, can we get a shot onto those tanks? Now the problem is I do not want to lose any more HP. Maybe we can use the reload time of those tanks as soon as they have taken a shot. So let me see, maybe if the... He's now taken a shot, and the RT is finishing him off. Excellent. Okay, perfect. So let's go back to the other side. Here you go. This is our chance. So we want to move to this position, aim in a little bit, and take him out. Excellent. Okay, perfect. So as you can see from this position, you have multiple options. And once again, if you follow my thought processes, you see that I want to play patiently, and I want to not risk losing any HP whatsoever at any given time, because I want to preserve my HP until the end of the game. Now I'm loading the premium ammunition in order to take a shot into the lower hull of the Moisien. Notice how I'm moving out of cover very, very slowly, because I do not want my gun circle to bloom out. I want it to be as close as possible, and so that I have a minimum time of aiming in to make this shot. Once again, a measure to preserve my HP and to not give the adversary tanks the chance of shooting back. So let me see, there's the Moisien. So once it... Okay, I moved out of cover too far, which is bad. I didn't expect the 50 TP in this position, which is very unfortunate. Now I want to be fully aimed in, and as soon as he moves back, I will... Okay. Take a shot. Of course, I cannot maintain in the open and use the time to aim in, because I do not have any armor. He actually has armor, and so I would once again receive damage. So let's fall back and let's see what we can do. So let's fall back and let's play here in the middle, because the game is once again still very close. But maybe we can now play vision games with those tanks. So first of all, can I get a shot here into the middle and maybe help the IS-7? So if the IS-7 moves forward and basically baits the 50 TP into his position, then maybe I can help him to take a shot onto the 50 TP. So let's see. Okay, looks like the IS-7 is now advancing, which is a good idea. And now, if the 50 TP or the Moisian move forward, then I will be able to take a shot onto them. But this is not the case. Fortunately, here you go. We can take out the standard B. Here you go. Nice. So standard B is taken out. Excellent. And now, once again, I want to go back so to help the IS-7. So let's see, another 10 seconds until I'm not spotted anymore. Unfortunately, artillery hits us, which is too bad. And we want to cover the rear of the IS-7. Okay, 50 TP decided to go on top of this hill. Fortunately, can we take a shot? Nice, we can take a shot without getting spotted because his viewing port, which is at the gun mantlet and at the frontal portion of the turret, is still behind cover. And so if we shoot in this situation in which we only see half of his tank, then he is unable to spot us and we can simply keep shooting without getting spotted. So you know what? I think in this position we can play vision games with the 50 TP because he will not be able to spot us, but we will be able to keep him spotted, and also we will be able to keep shots onto this tank. Excellent. So, okay, we're now spotted most likely by another tank, maybe. Not sure about this right now, but let's concentrate back onto the game. Let's get another shot, and we can take out the 50 TP. So, step by step, we are working ourselves forward to a favorable situation in the game. Now we are now on the winning side, so we want to hurry up and we want to take a shot onto the Moisian and see whether we can take out this tank. Now maybe the Gonkiewicza is able to spot us. Let's see, here you go. Can we take out this tank? Nice, yes. And fortunately, we do not eat the shot of the Polish tier, what is it, the Polish tier 9 tank destroyer. So you know what, the Kunzelpanzer is taking out the arty, and now it's time to set up a crossfire situation, and depending on where this tank looks, we will be able to take a shot. So here you go, fully aim in, nice, and we get the kill shot onto this tank. So all in all, 2.9k damage, and another example of the thought processes that lead to a situation in which you can step by step bring you yourself and also your team on the winning side of the game, and also which help to preserve HP until the end of the game where you really need it in order to make conscious gameplay to basically win the game. Alright guys, that was it for today with the video about the thought process within each game. What do you think about this topic? Do you put a lot of effort into thinking about what could be the next best step? Just leave a comment in the comment section down below. And as always, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. This really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you find this video extremely helpful, then feel free to support me via Super Thanks. This way you can make a one-time donation. You just have to click this button underneath the video. If you adore this channel and you want to consistently support me, then consider subscribing to my channel or become a member, once again with the click of a button underneath the video. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time in another World of Tanks video.